As the twilight veil descends like a feather-light quilt of deepest sapphire and rose, embroidered with the first tentative stars, allow yourself to nestle deeper into this shared hush. Breathe with the evening's rhythm, in, drawing the faint, comforting aroma of sun-warmed earth and river reeds, out, releasing the day's soft echoes into the gathering dark. Here, in the cradle of our tale, the world slows to a whisper, where every rustle invites surrender, and the soul finds its quietest shore. Beside a tranquil pond, its surface a mirror of polished onyx, rimmed with silver reeds that sway in languid arcs, floats a woven nest of rushes and down. Within this gentle bower dwell the ducklings, tiny Mira and her siblings, their fluff as soft as thistledown kissed by mist, pale yellows blending into the cream of dawn's forgotten glow. Their world is one of watery lullabies, the pond's edge lapping an endless soothing cadence, releasing the clean mineral tang of fresh silk and blooming water lilies, their petals unfurling like silk in the afternoon's warm breath. Mira nuzzles against her kin, the nest yielding beneath them like a cloud's underbelly, textured with the fine grit of damp feathers and the subtle herbal whisper of pondweed. One serene afternoon, as the sun hangs low like a ripe persimmon, casting elongated shadows that dance lazily across the water, a natural warmth stirs in the meadow's heart. It rises not as fury, but as the earth's tender alchemy, a soft glow weaving through the grasses, turning greens to ambers and golds, the air filling with the subtle balsamic perfume of smoldering sage and wild chamomile. The rushes around the nest curl at their tips, exhaling their essence in gentle sighs, the ground below warming to a plush, enveloping hush, like a hearth's distant memory. The ducklings settle deeper, their down absorbing the light's caress, breaths sinking with the pond's rhythmic murmur, a harmony of release and renewal.
Let this warmth touch you now, imagined and mild. With each breath, feel your own form soften, limbs growing heavy as they merge with the bed's forgiving embrace, inviting a deeper, dreamlike ease. From the meadow's edge, where wildflowers nod in clusters of lavender and moon-white yarrow, emerges Harlan, the hound of the whispering fields. His coat, a flowing tapestry of brindle and cream, shimmers like ripples on a sun-dappled stream, each hair catching the light in threads of burnished gold. Harlan moves with the unhurried poise of one attuned to the land's pulse, paws pressing into the soil's loamy give, scented with the rich, fertile depth of clover roots and sun-baked clay. His ears, soft as folded velvet, lift to the air's evolving song, the faint harmonic crackle blending with the trill of hidden frogs, a chorus wrapped in down. He pauses, nostrils flaring to the meadow's deepening bouquet, the sweet char of transformation mingling with the crisp undernote of cooling reeds, like bread fresh from an oven long cooled. Across the water's gleam, the nest glows in the amber haze, the ducklings' forms small beacons of quiet trust, their eyes half-lidded in the warmth's tender hold. Harlan's gaze, deep wells of earthen calm, holds no haste. It is the steady watch of a companion, sensing the pull of shared serenity in the unfolding scene. The grasses part for him like curtains of silk, brushing his flanks with their feathery coolness, dew-tipped and alive. With deliberate grace, Harlan wades into the shallows, the water parting in cool, silken waves that lap at his chest, tasting of minerals and the faint algal bloom of life below. Each step sends ripples outward, concentric sighs that carry the scent of wet stone and lily pads,
the pond floor a mosaic of smooth pebbles and yielding mud. He reaches the nest's edge, the rushes now softened by the glow, their textures a blend of crisp and pliant, warm to the touch like sun-soaked linen. One by one, with the care of a breeze lifting petals, Harlan gathers the ducklings, his muzzle a gentle cradle, their downy forms nestling against the soft leather of his jowls, light as whispers on the wind. Feel that care envelop you, too. As you exhale slowly, let your neck and shoulders yield, tension dissolving like mist in the meadow's quiet dawn, your body a willing participant in this profound, unforced repose. Together, they retreat from the meadow's heart. Harlan strides a measured sway through the water's embrace, each ripple a lullaby fading behind. The ducklings ride secure, their tiny webs clutching the ruff of his neck, the texture a plush forest of fur, scented with the wild thyme of open fields and the grounding musk of loyal earth. The air clears as they move, laced now with the fresh ozone hint of rain-kissed air drifting from the tree line, where willows dip their branches like consoling hands into the pond. Fireflies awaken early in the gloaming, their lanterns pulsing in soft, hypnotic orbits, casting flecks of emerald on water and fur alike, the evening's hush deepened by the distant coo of morning doves.
The path leads to a sheltered hollow, ringed by ancient hawthorns whose leaves rustle in velvet layers, releasing the subtle perfume of their white blooms, sweet as almond milk, mingled with the loamy breath of moss-carpeted stones. Here the ground is a bed of fallen petals and leaf mulch, damp and springy under paw, textured like a quilt of embroidered silk. Harlan settles gently, lowering his head to the earth, and the ducklings tumble free in a fluffy cascade, rolling into the hollow's welcoming folds. They preen and paddle in a shallow rivulet that threads through, its waters cool and clear, bubbling over quartz pebbles with a melody like wind chimes in repose, the current carrying the faint, clarifying scent of upstream ferns. In this haven, time unfolds like a river's lazy bend, the hollow a womb of woven shadows, where the glow's memory lingers only as a soft afterlight. Mira dips her beak to the rivulet, sipping the liquid silk that spreads renewal through her down, while her siblings nestle close, their breaths a chorus of tiny sighs, syncing with the hawthorn's sway. Harlan curls nearby, his form a crescent of watchful warmth, flanks rising and falling in waves that mirror the water's flow, the air around him scented with the deep, reassuring oak of his coat and the herbal hush of the undergrowth. The stars emerge fully now, pricking the canopy like diamonds in indigo damask, their light a gentle benediction. Allow this haven's rhythm to guide your own. Picture your breaths aligning with the rivulet's bubble, each one drawing you nearer to sleep's silken edge, your mind adrift in currents of effortless peace.
As the moon ascends her throne, bathing the hollow in a glow like spilled moonlight on cream, the night deepens its embrace. The rivulet's song softens to a murmur, lulling the ducklings into slumber's fold, their forms rising and falling like lily pads on a dreaming pond, down fluffed against the night's cool caress. Harlan's eyes half close, ears attuned to the symphony of serenity, the faint rustle of leaves in zephyrs scented with night-blooming stock, the plush hush of moss breathing in the dark. No echoes of the meadow's change disturb this space, only the quiet alchemy of trust, a heroic thread woven from fur and feather, pulling all toward harmony's shore. Dawn arrives as a blush of peach and pearl, unfurling across the sky like the inside of a seashell, soft and unhurried. The air freshens with the promise of morning mist, carrying hints of dew-laden clover and the crisp awakening of birch sap. The ducklings stir, stretching tiny wings with yawns that release the sweet milky scent of their down, paddling into the rivulet's shallows where water laps at pebbles worn smooth by time's patient hand. Harlan rises, shaking droplets from his coat in a cascade that sparkles like fleeting stars, each one scented with the pure, verdant renewal of the hollow. They part with the grace of rivers meeting sea, not farewell, but a flowing onward, the ducklings gliding into the pond's welcoming arms, their wakes silken trails on the surface. Harlan watches from the bank, his paws sunk into the cool, spongy verge, then turns toward the field's open call, his path a meander through grasses that brush his sides with feathery farewells. The meadow behind blooms anew in the light's tender fingers, ashes transmuted to fertile vale, the earth sighing in cycles of endless, peaceful return.
And so, in this ember escape, a pull from glow to grace, an escape cradled in companionship's hush, the world exhales into wholeness. All threads reconnect, the waters lap, the earth's yield, the sky's vast starry repose. Now, as our story's whispers dissolve like dew in dawn's light, hold this serenity close. Let your body sink ever deeper into the bed's profound cradle, each breath a bridge to dreams woven from wonder and release. Drift now, dear one, into sleep's gentle current, where peace flows eternal and unbroken. Good night, until the morrow's soft unveiling.